Hello, Nelson Consulting Service. My name is Mitchell Michael, and I have a circus and traveling circus, and I've come across a problem. One of my performers has quit. The human cannonball has quit, and so we're looking at replacing the act. Well, we're reusing the materials that we had. We had a big round tarp that was 30 feet in diameter. The human cannonball, we launched the human cannonball and he'd land on this tarp. That was his landing zone. But since he's left us, we are looking to repurpose that tarp, and I want to make a tent out of it. So just sort of as an example, I've got tarp with a 30-foot diameter, and I want to cut a section out of the middle, and then I'm going to sew those two sides together to make a tent, to make a tent in there. And so, depending on how much you cut out and how close you sew those two pieces together, you get sort of a different size cone that comes out. And I'm trying to decide what I like your help with is I'd like to know how big of an angle should I cut out here in that in degrees. I know you guys are talking about different ways of measuring angles, but how big of an angle should I cut out here in order to sew the two edges together to form it into a little cone-shaped tent here. And I want the tent with the largest possible volume in there. So how big of the angle there? So how does that relate to, as you cut it out, it's going to change if you cut it off a long ways, you'll get a really tight one with a higher sort of thing. But how big of a cut should I make out of that round tarp in order to get the tent with the largest possible volume inside of it there? That's what I want to know. And I'm hoping you can find that out for me and give me some instruction on how to create that. What are the dimensions going to be of my tent when I make that cut and sew the edges together to form a tent here, a cone-shaped tent in there. Anyway, again, my name was um, Martin Mitchell, and my address is 508 East Mason Street, 508 East Mason Street, in Buckley, Washington, 98321. 98321. So we're looking at, again, trying to find what angle should I cut out here in this thing, in my tarp, my circular tarp, to make a tent with the most possible volume in it there. So I'd appreciate your response. Thank you for taking the time to help me out, and I look forward to hearing from you in the future.